Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel where we keep you up to date with all the latest updates, guides and builds. Today we are back again with another patch note. I do apologize, this is coming up a day late. It actually came up yesterday, but I was actually away yesterday, so I couldn't get it done, but we're back again today. This has been the first big patch note since the Eventide event, which came in with the Ascension, which was back in like January 10th. This game is very slow to update. We've had like two minor ones since then. I think we had one like the end of January, which brought in the job board, and then maybe 2 fixes, I think it was. And then we had another one after that, which only came with like 5 fixes. Again, it wasn't really worth making a video on because they're only like a 1-second video, but they are on my Discord. So if you want to keep up to date with those sort of smaller updates, you can always go there and check them out. But yeah, we are back again today. We've got some new stuff to look into. We've got a new AI, crafting multiple things at once, new map. We've got some new stuff to look into, so we're going to jump straight into it. Okay, to start off the patch notes, we do have some stuff for general. Some of this is quality of life stuff, which should have been in from the start, but wasn't. But you can now craft multiple gloomstones and imbuements at once. So much helpful, because it was so annoying always having to make one at a time when you need like multiple. Pause menu now displays correct scaled power level. Store bundle thumbnail will no longer show only one item on the featured page. Added a fast travel flyout menu, which is a list of unlocked signal fires to choose from. This can be accessed from any zone map, and the character menu now has a new visual presentation, including detailed tooltips for character status, which we're going to jump into this in just a second. Okay, just before we continue on with the patch notes, I've got some little clips here for you, but starting with the multi-craft. Gone are the days of spam clicking grey gloomstones. Players will now experience a greatly improved crafting tech for all imbuements, gloomstones, consumables and future craftables. So as you can see from the video below, you can now do things in groups. I don't know why this wasn't implemented from the start. It was really annoying having to do like when you're trying to upgrade things, when you need like 30 of one, you had to just click the stupid thing like 30 times to be able to do anything. It was really annoying, but I'm glad now it's 4 months in, 3 months in, and we're finally getting it. Okay, moving along from that, we do have the improved world map. Players will now have the ability to travel to any discovered signal fire in any zone via a single button press submenu via the world map. So as you can see from the video below, just a little side menu, which I think this is a lot more easier to navigate. Sure, it wasn't bad the way it was, but this is definitely a lot easier and just another quality of life thing that should have been done from the start. But again, the other version wasn't too bad, but I don't think a lot of people actually knew you could have done it the way that it was. Okay, and the last preview I have to show you guys is the menu interface update. The character menu has had a facelift and removes tabs from submenus, which can be accessed via a button grid below the gear slots. Players can also navigate the stat window to see information on each stat and how it affects their character plus loadout. Mouse users can hover directly over the stat, while gamepad players can enter stat focus mode with a button. With this update, we are also experimenting in the character menu how tooltip style pop-up look and feel when navigating the menu with a mouse. We would love to hear feedback on this. Minor updates to the infinity menu allowing perks access through tab navigation instead of hidden as a submenu across through a hotkey. So I have a video down below. This is probably my favorite out of all. I think it actually looks a lot more cleaner, and it definitely looks a lot more neat. I like how it's all set up. It's a lot better, and I think this is long overdue of each stat actually showing what they do, because they never did that, and some of them were actually quite a mystery. I know crit rate and crit power are quite a mystery because no one can actually really guess the numbers for what they actually do. But now this will actually help us. As you can see, it does actually show kind of the percent when it goes over like the crit, shows like all that. So hopefully it will be a lot more clearer to a lot of people. So yeah, that's that for the previews. Okay, moving back to the patch notes, we have some stuff for performance, added performance and quality nodes to graphic settings for console. Shaders are now preloaded when the game starts. Continued performance improvements to both Skylight and Highlands. Various improvements to how the inventory loads and replicated across servers. The character menu has been reworked, resulting in improved performance through menus, and the game will now default to medium settings on first launch. This will not affect current users, only users starting the game for the first time. Okay, next up we have some stuff for Wayfinders and the weapons. We have introduced a new system for soft targeting, which will increase responsiveness to the direction the player is inputting. This should reduce cases where nearby but off-target enemies are selected over enemies which are on target but further away. Art of War passive now stacks properly on War Masters regardless of the weapon type you are using. Abilities that consume all momentum give 1, 2, or 3 stacks of War of Art, Art of War, depending on ability level. Abilities that combo like Gladiator Slice will give 1 stack of Art of War per execution, totaling 3 stacks for a full combo. Wheel of Pain is special in that it drains momentum over time, but there are 2 points during the drain that will trigger additional War of Art procs. If Wheel of Pain is held for its full duration, it generates a total of 3 stacks. Bullet Storm and Volcano, they should now generate 1, 2, and 3 stacks based on charges used. The dual striker abilities, they now trigger 3 stacks of Art of War. The healing effect from Bloodsong's ability Wheel of Pain now scales with both weapon power and ability power in line with other weapon ability effects. Fixed an issue that causes Grim Harvester's ability Bone Geyser to scale entirely with ability power. It now scales entirely with both ability power and weapon power, bringing it in line with other weapon abilities. Hellswarm's ability Volcano has been improved again. First off, we're swapping the budgets for resilience and weapon power. So Hellswarm will now have much more weapon power than before. Now fires exactly 5 meteors per locked and loaded charge. Meteor damage increased by 20%, meteor blast radius increased by 10%, meteor drop rate increased by 150%, and meteor landing area reduced by 50%. Meteors should now land in a more tightly packed area. Fixed a bug with Umbros where the resilience and weapon power budgets were swapped. Bloodsong's ability, Wheel of Pain, now causes guard broken abilities to stagger on hit. Tooth and Claw's ability, Shredder Toss, should no longer fail to find valid targets. And Tooth and Claw's ability, Shredder Toss, should no longer bound off Silo's clones. Okay, moving along to the echoes, we have Beastmaster Echo. Vulture Chill AoE Dot buffed by 150. Bear Slam damage and break damage increased by 150%. Grand Deceiver Maris Echo will now only trigger if an enemy is close enough to be pulled into the vortex. Riven's Echo can now be charged during its cooldown, allowing you to instantly unleash the damage proc once the cooldown is over, and added power ratings to Abominous and Plunderful Echoes. Okay, next up there is some stuff for the world. Reaverwood's Lost Zones now have bespoken encounters. Shrouded Woods will have a lot more beast encounters, the Bone Orchards will feature more Reavers, and the Hollow Heart will feature more Hollow ones. So this does help because some of the best echoes come from some of these guys. So now you know where, if you're after a certain echo, you just know which place you have to run, and it'll help out a lot. The Willow Witch Crowstorm speed reduced, the Willow Witch Crowstorm damage reduced by half per tick. Heart Ripper should now spawn with the correct amount of health. Snowlings will no longer default into fleeing behavior, which is really annoying because half the time you're playing Tiggy with them more than you can attack them. Increased the level of the Ice Lancers in the Highlands to 20 and added an additional loot island to the hidden heroic mode in Gloom Tiers in the Highlands. Okay, next up we have some stuff for progression. Accessory drop rates from large chests increase from 1 in 6 to 1 in 3. Epic accessory drops from bosses have been increased. Chances that an accessory will be rare reduced from 91.5% to 60%. Chances that an accessory will be epic increased from 8.5 to 40%. Hopefully this will mean I can get some of the gear that I'm actually farming instead of trying to run the same boss 90 times and getting absolutely nothing. Mutated accessories should now drop at content level. Consumables have been added to the chest loot table and added the metal bell trinket to the helper coin shop. Okay, we have a quick thing for the mutators, but added an invulnerability that is applied to the player only during full dialogue takeovers. Okay, now we're getting into the bug fixes. We have some stuff for general. Fixed an issue where accessories would sometimes reset after traveling. Fixed dyes not appearing in the style tab of the helper coin shop. Fixed Senja's Eventide hat not displaying correctly. Updated interact ranges with for housing items. Fixed an issue where players would get stuck in the please wait prompt when purchasing items from the store. Improve the functionality of all interactions across the game. Fixed an issue where Gloom Dagger visuals would overlap. Fixed an issue where sound would continuously play after leveling up a weapon affinity. Fixed an issue where the language settings could not be changed for some players. Fixed an issue where players would get kicked from for inactivity while selling to Venge. Selecting no to try another character at the end of the tutorial should no longer crash the game. Fixed some SFX channels having a higher volume than intended. Fixed various issues causing hitches when opening accessory inventory. Fixed various localization issues. Fixed an issue where players could disconnect for inactivity while navigating character menus. Fixed an issue where the trickster character model could be moved by pairing near him with dual daggers. And fixed an issue causing party leader to be left in perpetual matchmaking after using gather party feature. Okay, now we have some stuff for UI. Character, fast travel, and setting menus have received visual updates. Imbuements and gloomstones can now be crafted in amounts greater than 1. Fixed an issue where signal fires would display the incorrect state on the map. Fixed an issue where failed to add friend would persist on screen. Fixed an issue where players couldn't abandon jobs using a mouse. Fixed an issue where the gloom collapse torch UI would be inaccurate. Fixed an issue where players could use XP scrolls at max level. Fixed overflowing description for some rush echoes. Fixed the mushroom masher buff not refreshing on the buff tray. Fixed an issue where the ability unlock icon would persist after switching characters. Fixed an issue where the dual striker 1-point flourish was not correctly refreshing. Fixed an issue where the sort by feature would fail to work as intended. Fixed an issue where players could not awaken a Wayfinder via awakening stones on controller. And fixed an issue where incorrect character portraits could be shown in affinity menus. Okay, for quests, fixed an issue where players could not progress the Birds of a Feather quest. Fixed inconsistent objective markers during the quest No Better Friend. Fixed typos in some jobs. Added reward tower experience to job summaries. Added missing objective markers for various jobs and quests, or quests and jobs. Fixed some trickster events not progressing Reaver reconnaissance job. I think I pronounced that right. I always struggled pronouncing that word. I suck at it, but I did my best. Fixed various issues where some jobs could be completed without meeting the criteria. Fixed various issues where certain enemies weren't counting towards jobs that they should have. Fixed the mismatched bonus point values for jobs in the quest log. Fixed an issue causing players to get kicked after claiming the bonus reward from the job board, and fixed an issue where jobs would fail to populate on the board. Okay, for the world, fixed an issue where zip lines would not display as intended. Mass deception chests should now all start with the correct visual state. Fixed an issue where some deceivers from the mass deception event would vanish. And fixed an issue where enemies would fall through the ice in Highlands. Okay, for mutators, mutator effects should now stop when an activity is completed. Gloom collapse torch behavior should now be more consistent. Reduce how much overgrowth was healing bosses. The bramble spawn by Gloom Shroud will no longer block AI movement. Enemies resurrected by Phoenix eggs will now reset along with the hunt on a party wipe, and fixed a loading screen crash associated with Reaver Woods and Gloom Shroud Mutator. Okay, and to finish off the patch notes, we have some enemy combat. Fixed an issue where Commander Creed's charge attack would deal no damage. Fixed an issue where Commander Creed's slash attack would deal no damage. Fixed an issue where the exploding chests in the Grand Deceiver hunt would not spawn after a party wipe. Fixed an issue where Knight's Maw borrow attack warning would not display. Fixed an issue where the Beastmaster would stay targeted on a downed player. Fixed an issue where Knight's Maw would lose its collision. Fixed an issue where Knight's Maw would become unresponsive. Fixed an issue where players backfilling into Dread Legion could cause phases to fail to progress. Fixed an issue where Frost Hunters would become immune. Fixed an issue where AI would enter panic evade behavior at inappropriate times. Fixed an issue where attacks from Archon Remnants and Codex Sages would not deal damage. Fixed an issue where the Seer's projectile would never miss the player. Fixed an issue where the Icy Turtle Saw attack would not deal damage. I think I pronounced that right. If I did, I do apologize. Fixed an issue where the Beastmaster would fail to summon his beast properly. Fixed an issue causing Hunt boss health to reset when a player self-revives using Phoenix Oil. Fixed an issue causing an extra model of Hunt bosses to appear during hunts. And fixed an issue causing Maris to leash during his hunt. But yeah, that is going to do it for the patch notes of 0.2.4.0. I hope you enjoyed these patch notes. So let me know what you're looking forward to. I hope some of these fixes actually are fixes, because I know they like to add fixes that don't actually ever do anything. But let me know what you think of the UI update for the player. I really like it. I think it looks a lot more cleaner now. I do like the fact that now stats actually show you what they do, because now everyone can probably figure out what crit and crit power do, crit rating. But yeah, and the fact that we can now craft multiple things instead of just one at a time, because that was really annoying. And I think the map looks a lot cleaner. But yeah, let me know what your favorite part of this is. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell when the videos go live. Keep up to date with all the latest updates, guides, and builds. And I'll be back again next time. So until then, take care and peace out.